All right. Hello, everyone. Matt Clark here, and welcome to today's live webinar presentation. It's so great to have you here, and thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to spend it with yours truly. I'm really excited about today because we're going to be going through a ton of real deal actionable stuff here that you're going to be able to take away and apply to any business you own in order to convert more leads into sales and make more money out of each client and customer. We're going to be going through the exact same automated prospecting system that we use for our business, and I'm going to show you how to attract, nurture, and convert leads into customers 100% on autopilot. So we've got a lot to get through. It's going to be really exciting. Before we go any further, can you guys just let me know that you can hear me okay? Can everybody just give me a quick shout out? Let me know in the chat box there that you can hear me. I'd hate to get too far into the presentation before getting screamed at that nobody can hear me. So that's great. I see the comments coming in. Excellent. Good, very good. Hello to you too. All right, guys, great. So who is this presentation for? Well, if you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, or a professional coach or consultant, or any type of professional that owns their own private practice, which is a doctor, dentist, accountant, lawyer, financial consultant, etc., then you are in the right place. But just know, as long as you sell any product or service in order to make money online or offline, this webinar presentation applies to you too. And whether you're currently running a thriving multi-million revenue business, or you're just a one-man band struggling to get to the next level, then stick with me here today because you are about to learn, or what you're about to learn could change the course of your business and possibly your life forever. I sincerely mean that. In the next 60 minutes, you're going to learn my exact strategy on how to generate the perfect ready-to-buy prospect on demand without making a single cold call, without ever relying on referrals, or without ever spending a single penny on advertising again. And just for showing up here today, I've got a special gift for you. I call this my Stay to the End bonus, and this is how it works. For those of you who stay to the end of the presentation, I'm going to provide you with a link to my personal diary so that you can book in a free 30-minute telephone strategy session with either myself or a member of my team. And what this free strategy session is going to do for you is help lay out a clear, personalized plan on how to implement what you learn here today into your own business as fast as possible. These bonus strategy sessions are normally valued at about $500, and they will be booked on a first-come, first-served basis. And guys, because these sessions are free, I really need to strictly limit the availability to 10 spots. So at the end of the video, when I provide you with that link, make sure you jump on this quick. All right, so the big question on everybody's mind has got to be, why the heck am I doing this? I mean, why would I offer you all of this for free? There's got to be a catch, right? Well, as much as I love doing these live webinars for all of you, yes, there is a bigger picture. So here's the deal. If I can actually help you grow your business and even double or triple your profits over the next few weeks, you're going to be pretty damn excited, right? Probably to the point where you're going to tell a few of your friends or colleagues about myself and the services we provide. When you do that, you help me promote my business. So it's absolutely worth 30 minutes of my time to sit down with you and try and really help you get you and your business to where it needs to be. Not to mention, if you're impressed with what we discuss, you might be interested in a few of our other services. And because I really don't want you to miss out on a single crucial step, can I please ask all of you to make a commitment to stay focused? Can you do that for yourself? If you wouldn't mind, just shut down Facebook, close down your emails, put your phone on silent, and make sure I have your complete and undivided attention, because I really want you to be able to take what you learn here today and apply it to your business within hours of watching today's presentation. You really will be able to do that, but you got to stay focused. The easiest thing to do is just pretend you're in a library. Now, before we go any further, I have a little story for you, and I feel like I need to tell you this story so you feel 100% confident in the fact that I really do know what I'm talking about, and more importantly, why you should listen to the advice and training I'm about to provide you with today. So in 2005, I met David Hockley. David and I were both working in the same city for two different financial companies, and we were on the sales side of the business. We did quite well for ourselves. But after a few years of us both working for other people, David approached me and said, Matt, what do you think about starting our own financial firm? And I was like, I don't know, man. I'm pretty comfortable here. I'm making great money. It's a big risk. But over the next couple of months, that really played on my mind. And although I was, really comfortable and made a great income, I realized that I just wasn't as happy as I probably should be. I was actually starting to get really burnt out, and it was getting to the point where I was sick of making someone else money. And I really struggled with it for a while before thinking to myself, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? In order to get ahead in life, sometimes you just got to take those risks. And I felt like that was a risk worth taking. And I remember speaking to my wife about it. She was like, Matt, listen, you know you got to do it. You only live once, and if you don't go for it, you're going to regret it. So I called David Hockley and I said, Dave, I'm in. Let's do it. And within a few months, we opened the doors with about 5 employees. Right out of the gate, the money was flying in, left, right, and center. I mean, the markets were on a roll, and we just kept plowing everything we made back into the business. Within 6 months of starting the company, we were up to 50 employees. It was awesome. Life couldn't have been better. Until the world's worst financial recession hit in 2009, and as quickly as we built our business from the ground up, we practically lost it overnight. Letting go of 30 employees in 1 week was the hardest thing I ever had to do. I mean, it sucked. It killed me. It really did devastate me, not to mention how embarrassed I was. 1 minute you're on top of the world, the next minute your competitors were right about you all along. I think they were literally taking bets we wouldn't last longer than 6 months. It was just an awful feeling. And I remember sitting in my office that day thinking there has to be a better way. I can't allow this ever to happen again. Running a business shouldn't be this volatile. So David and I sat down together that evening and we started brainstorming ways to get our business back on track. And he asked me what I thought about digital marketing, which at the time I honestly knew nothing about. Most companies today barely know how to manage a digital marketing strategy. So you can imagine how foreign it was in 2009. So he went on to explaining the benefits of it and how it could help build stability into our business. So of course I was interested, especially after what just happened. I was open-minded to anything at that point. So we hired a marketing consultant to go through setting up a digital marketing campaign. And we decided that email marketing was the best place to start. And within a couple of weeks, we were ready to send our first mass email. We must have spent, days preparing this thing. I mean, making sure the headlines were in the right place, the images were professional enough. We were just really getting worked up over making sure it was perfect. And I remember the very moment we hit the send button for the first time. It was March 16th, 2009 at 2:37 p.m. Now, I know that's pretty specific, but that was a monumental day for us, and I'll tell you why. We sent out a campaign to about 3,100 people selling an investment property in Spain, and within minutes, we must have had about 300 people open and read the offer. 300 people saw our investment property campaign in about 10 minutes. It used to take us an entire month to get through 300 people on the phone, and we just did it in 10 minutes. And I'll never forget how excited we were over this, and it wasn't the fact that we sent out an email that we were jumping for joy over. It was the fact that we sold 3 properties that week from a single email campaign. I think we made about $45,000 from that single email over 2 days. So we sat down with our marketing consultant and we're like, dude, that was awesome. Let's do more. So we set up another campaign for the next week, and over the course of the next 5 days, I think we brought in about another $50,000. And I love telling this story because no matter how many campaigns I've built for my clients, nothing will ever be more exciting than my very first email campaign. So as you can imagine, we were hooked. And we completely restructured our business to make sure digital marketing was incorporated throughout 100% of the sales strategy. And what started as a simple email campaign quickly grew to an automated dynamic distribution sequence. We had several paid traffic sources driving leads into each of our sales funnels, and before we knew it, we had built a fully automated digital marketing solution that handled everything from lead generation to email communication, as well as getting paid from our clients automatically online. We went from the new guys on the block in 2008 to number 1 in sales for all major providers by 2013. I think we sold about just over $300 million worth of products in about 5 years. And I want you to ask yourself what your life would be like if you had a similar automated system that pumped a steady flow of leads into your business that turned them into ready-to-buy buyers before you ever spoke to them. Can you see how easy it would be to sell more of your products or services? And trust me, I feel like this guy every time I have a $50,000 day, and you will too. It's the best feeling in the world. It really is. So let's talk about how to generate the perfect ready-to-buy prospect on demand without ever making a single cold call, relying on referrals, or spending a single penny on advertising again. The first part about the automated prospecting system is to develop a tactical niche placement strategy. This is by far the most important part of the system. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's not the most exciting part, but it's absolutely essential if you want to reach celebrity status or be the trusted go-to expert or product in your industry. So the purpose of the strategy is to establish your unique selling proposition in order to differentiate yourself from your competition, and also to position yourself as the number one go-to expert and authority figure in your marketplace. Now, once you position yourself as an authority figure and become a trusted expert, your customers will have total confidence that you can help them solve their problem. They will value what you have to offer, and when they find value in your products and services, you no longer have to sell them on why they should choose you. You effectively remove yourself from your competition and become their first choice when they are deciding who can best help them solve their problem. But first, you need to establish your USP and your expert authority positioning. And in order to do this, you need to get crystal clear on the following points. You need to ask yourself, who are you as a business? What is unique about your business? What is it that you do better than all of your competitors? Is it the price? Is it service? Is it specialist knowledge? Is it patented products that only you can offer? And most importantly, once you've answered all of this, you need to verbalize and clarify in your own mind why your customers should choose you over and above the other options that are available to them. Remember, if you cannot answer the above question, it means that you don't have a good reason as to why your customers should buy from you instead of your competition. And if you don't know why they should buy from you, then how on earth are your customers supposed to know? So before you even think about telling people about, what you do, you need to know who you are talking to. Get your story straight and narrow your audience down to a specific niche of candidates you know you can help. Okay, so now that you've defined who you are and what's unique about your business, you need to define your ideal customer avatar. This simply means that you need to create a virtual customer that represents and looks like your previous perfect ideal customers. These are typically your most hassle-free, happy, and most profitable regular customers. Okay, for example, the customers that you can help the most, that you want to serve the most, and that you enjoy working with the most. So in order to create a customer avatar, you simply need to think about your perfect customer. So what characteristics do they share? What are their interests? What are their beliefs? What are their demographics? Where do they live? How old are they? What do they buy? What don't they buy? How do they buy? Or how do they like to buy? What problems do you have in common that your products or services can solve? And what desires do they have in common that your products or services can fulfill? Once you have your USP, your expert authority positioning, and your customer avatar, you have completed your tactical niche placement strategy. So as you see, you don't need years experience to get to the top. You just need a unique angle or hook that screams, I have something special to offer you that you can't get anywhere else. And that is what tactical niche placement is all about. Take my client, Kevin, for example. Kevin came to me from the financial services industry because he was struggling to get more clients. And his biggest frustration was that he was putting in about 12 to 18-hour days, running around in circles, chasing people who weren't really interested, and having to follow up with the same prospects over and over again because he was just desperate to close anyone who would see him. His income was not consistent, and on a good month, it just made up for previous bad months. So Kevin was really never really able to get ahead financially. And if all that wasn't bad enough, his business overheads and personal bills just kept piling up. Kevin literally felt like he was drowning. So we sat down with Kevin and asked him what he was selling, who he was selling it to, how he was selling it, and how much he was earning for the advice and products recommended. Kevin explained to us that he sold investments and insurance products to investors in his area, which earn him a monthly income of about $5,000 to $10,000, and that he found most of his new business by telephone cold calling or word of mouth from existing clients. Now, $5,000 to $10,000 per month is not a bad start by any means, but Kevin was extremely talented in his field, and for the amount of time and effort that he was putting into getting new clients and managing existing ones, he deserved much more than what he was getting paid. So we broke his business model down even further, and immediately we identified the problem. First of all, Kevin was spending 75% of his valuable time cold calling leads that never even heard of him. As a matter of fact, he spent half the call alone just trying to convince them that he was really good at his job. Kevin's first mistake was that he was trying to get total strangers to trust him off the back of an initial introduction. They never heard of him or the products he sold, and he had to work so hard just to establish a relationship and build trust to even get a meeting in the first place. Kevin failed to position himself as an expert authority with a specific skill set that could actually help solve his clients' problems. We clearly knew what the problem was here, and we told Kevin to stop cold calling and cut all traditional marketing campaigns he had in place. We immediately began working on Kevin's authority figure by repackaging his offering from generic investments and insurance sales to laser-targeted solutions that solved high-value problems for his perfect clients. We then developed a USP and repositioned Kevin as an authority figure and an expert within the niche he was targeting. And after the first week, Kevin saw immediate results. He went from practically not existing to generating 5 to 10 high-quality leads per day online. His online presence was growing, his credibility in the marketplace was growing, and before he even opened his mouth to introduce himself, he was already very well known and highly respected throughout his community, all because we repositioned Kevin as an authority figure. He went from $5,000 to $10,000 per month to earning as much as $50,000 per month in just 3 months. And although it took a few months for Kevin to increase his income, 300 to 400%, we were able to build and implement a personalized tactical niche placement strategy for him in just a couple of weeks. This one strategy alone resulted in him becoming an instantly recognized and well-respected authority figure. But this wasn't the only single element involved in helping Kevin go from just a few $1,000s per month to over $50,000. Kevin was also able to eliminate his competition because of how we repositioned his offering. So instead of selling just investments or insurance products to anyone, we put a strategic marketing campaign in place that gave him the tools he needed to sell high-value problem-solving solutions that we knew his ideal clients needed. But in order to design and guarantee success from the strategy, we first had to identify which products Kevin had the most expertise with, which products generated him the most revenue, and which type of client he was able to help the most. And after a lengthy brainstorming session, we quickly learned that Kevin made most of his income by selling specific products to a very targeted demographic, and that when he tried to sell anything to just anyone, he barely closed a single deal. We identified his target market and then matched that market with specific products that his clients needed most to solve their problems. So Kevin was no longer selling generic investments, he was selling laser-targeted solutions. And after putting together a series of media campaigns and rolling out Kevin's revised strategy, he was finally able to work exclusively with the clients that he wanted to work with, which ultimately resulted in a higher average order value. He was able to work more efficiently with each client, which meant that he was able to generate that same level of income, that same $50,000 per month, all while working less than ever before. He was able to free up 75% of his time by not having to spend countless hours cold calling leads, trying to convince them to a meeting, and he stopped going after a general and highly competitive market with generic products they just didn't need or want. And it doesn't matter what product or service your business sells, because the same two strategies apply to any industry. If you want to take your business to the next level, then you need to create your authority figure, build your online presence, and implement a tactical niche placement strategy. Okay, so now that you know what a tactical niche placement strategy is and why you need one, it's now time to design your sales marketing funnel to ensure that your range of products and services are congruent with that strategy and that what you offer meets the needs of your customer avatar. So the next component in the automated prospecting system is step 2, and that is to build the perfect optimal lifetime value sales funnel that will automate and cultivate the entire sales process and handle everything from lead generation right through to customer acquisition. And this is where we actually are going to start talking about the exact steps needed in order to build and implement your automated prospecting system. So when designing your sales and marketing funnel, you should always be aware that there are only 4 levers that you can pull in any business to make it more profitable. And they are, the first lever, the number of customers that buy from you. And this lever is the most obvious linear approach to business growth that most businesses adopt when trying to increase revenue and profit. The second lever is the average order value of each customer. The third lever is the average number of transactions per customer. And the fourth being the profit per sale, which is obviously done by reducing business costs. So you should start by tracking each of these metrics over a reasonable number of transactions so you can establish your current average customer lifetime value. And then with the above in mind, you'll then be able to design your optimal lifetime value sales funnel in such a way that maximizes each of these 4 leverage points. You want to design a funnel that will acquire as many of your perfect customers as possible. All right, while serving as many of their needs as possible in order to increase the average amount of money they will spend on each transaction. Then you need the system to automatically follow up with each customer after their initial purchase in order to stimulate ongoing repeat purchases or future products or services. Okay, now I know I just gave a lot of information to you in one mouthful there, but don't worry if you're a little bit lost because I'm going to clarify all of this up. We're going to talk about right now what your optimal lifetime value sales funnel should look like. All right, so let's pop the hood here, guys, and check out all of these moving parts. Now, the purpose of an optimal lifetime value sales funnel is to maximize the lifetime value of every single new customer that your business generates by putting them through an optimized and automated sales process. The single biggest mistake that most business owners face is they don't have an automated and systemized sales process in place that enables them to sell multiple products to the same customer sequentially. Your online sales funnel needs to start with a lead magnet, which is a high perceived value gift in exchange for the contact's information. This is where visitors to your site opt in and become subscribers. Once you've captured their details and the visitors to your site now becomes a subscriber on your email list, it's time to offer them your Tripwire product. Your Tripwire offer is a low price point entry product that is responsible for converting a subscriber into a paying customer. And don't worry about trying to write all this down, guys, or if you think I'm going too fast through these components, because we're going to break each component down individually over the next few slides, and I'll go through them all in much greater detail. So the next component is your core offer, and this is where you finally start to make money. Think of your core offer as your bread and butter product or service. It pays the bills, puts a little bit of spending money in your pocket, and overall sells consistently. But the sale doesn't end here. And if done right, this next component can really catapult your business into a profit-generating machine. Upsells are upgrade options that improve speed, automation, value, or quality of the original purchase. I've seen so many businesses get this part wrong, and within a few minor tweaks, we've helped them go from literally 6 figures per year to 6 figures per month. Upsells can be amazing for your business if done right, but we'll come back to this in a minute. Another component in the automation sales funnel is what we call a cross-sell. And a cross-sell is a complementary or related product or service that meets the customer's needs in perhaps a way that you didn't originally consider. We tend to offer cross-sell products only after exhausting our upsell possibilities. Now, out of all the components that we've just covered, nothing helps you build a truly hands-free business like subscriptions and auto rebills do. Subscriptions and auto rebills are by far the best way to achieve true financial freedom because they generate residual income on a monthly bill basis that pays you for work that you only have to do once. Membership sites, repeat products and services that you already sold once, and retainer fees are a great way to build financial stability and longevity into your business. And all of this can be done 100% online and will run in the background. So once you have your optimal lifetime value sales funnel built out or mapped out, your customer relationships will typically start their journey at the beginning of the funnel with a lead magnet when they begin their search for a solution to their problem. And then the automated prospecting system will automatically start to ascend each customer to the next relevant phase or product or service that can help them solve more of their problems or fulfill more of their desires. And all of this happens automatically. Or as this happens automatically, it means that 100% of your prospective buyers and 100% of your customers will be followed up with in a controlled, structured way. And this is what we call success by design. These are the key elements to building out your automated prospecting system. So now let's dive into each component specifically so you can see how to make all of this work for your business. Okay, guys, does that sound good? Give me a quick shout out. Let me know if you're with me so far and that you're ready to learn about each of these components. Good? Excellent. Awesome. Let's start with the lead attraction strategy. The lead attraction strategy is where this whole thing begins. The key objective for putting together an effective lead attraction campaign is to plan and produce one or more problem solution-based lead attraction offers that will be strategically designed to attract and qualify targeted leads for your business. So the process starts by creating an incentive for potential prospects to give you their contact information so that you can begin the process of cultivating the relationship and building trust. In direct response marketing, we call this incentive a lead magnet. And we use them to form part of the overall education-based marketing strategy to attract, nurture, educate, and convert each prospect. So what is a lead magnet? Well, a lead magnet is offered in exchange for the prospect's contact information, and it is essentially a free of charge goodwill gesture from you. And it should be strategically designed to demonstrate in advance your expertise and prove to potential customers that you or your products and services are able to solve their problems should they decide to work with you. And the easiest way, guys, to prove that you can help someone solve their problem is to actually help them solve their problem. Thus, each individual lead magnet should help solve a specific problem that you know is common amongst your ideal clients. And your lead magnet can't just be free. It needs to provide some sort of value the same way a paid product would. Otherwise, visitors to your site simply won't want it, or worse, they'll find no value in your lead magnet, which then gives them a horrible first impression of you and your business. So it's very important to put some thought into your lead magnet and make sure the quality is good enough to impress your subscribers. Think of your lead magnet as the cost for acquiring a lead. How much do you want to invest in generating the lead? We often find that free videos, reports, or guides are perfect for lead magnets because if you write or record them yourself, the only investment to you is your time. So with this in mind, a lead magnet typically comes in the form of high value information that you know will be very valuable to your ideal customers. It should be directly related to the problem solved by your core products and services. And the secret to a good lead magnet is to actually help the prospect partly solve the problem on its own, while still leaving enough of the problem unsolved for the prospect to have a strong desire to purchase your core offer. So what can you give away in the form of a lead magnet? Well, lead magnets come in all different shapes and sizes, and regardless of what you want to give away, the most important element in creating a successful lead magnet is ensuring that what you provide is of real value. I'll give you a few examples of some lead magnets that have worked really well for our clients. Free reports and educational guides work very well. They're quick and easy to put together, and they're a great way to introduce your brand or business. Free webinars or videos series are a great way to spend time with your target demographic on more of a personal level. It also allows you the opportunity to interact with potential customers and answer questions that they have prior to them making a decision as to whether they want to work with you or not. Webinars are actually one of the most popular lead attraction methods today, guys, so this is definitely something you're going to want to consider. Free samples are great lead magnets if you sell tangible products. It's a great risk-free proposition for your potential customers to try your product without having to actually pay for it. And it gives you the chance to prove to the market that your product really does work. So if you want to establish yourself as an expert while building credibility and trust with your prospects, it's important not to use the lead magnet as a mindless self-promotion marketing piece, but instead make sure the lead magnet is an integral part of your overall education-based marketing funnel and make sure it is of real value to the prospect and genuinely helps them get closer to solving their problem. But remember, the secret to a good lead magnet is to actually help the prospect partly solve a problem on its own. It must leave enough of the problem unsolved for the prospect to have a strong desire to purchase your core offer. If you give away too much in the beginning, there's going to be no desire for the client to come back and purchase more or to purchase at all. So remember, leave enough of the problem unsolved for the prospect to have a strong desire to purchase your core offer. And after you have delivered this value in advance of asking money, it will be very natural that the prospect will want to become a paying customer so that you can now help them fully solve their problem. So now that you know what a lead magnet is, you're probably asking yourself, okay, how do you actually implement one of these into your businesses? And it all starts by having a direct response microsite in place and online in order to start capturing leads. But more importantly, introduce these high quality leads to additional paid offers and services that you have in place, such as the ones we just discussed in the optimal lifetime value sales funnel. So what is a microsite? Well, a microsite is a 3 to 5 page website designed to capture leads and drive them through your sales funnel. Essentially, a microsite is a series of highly optimized landing pages designed with one thing and one thing only in mind: to get more leads and sales. Every single page of a microsite is highly optimized to offer a lead magnet type solution, followed by your Tripwire product, your core offer, and then eventually through your upsell product series. And don't worry if you already have a website, guys, because the first thing you must be aware of is that not all websites are created equal. Most traditional websites are designed to look pretty and are built by web developers with little to zero consideration for strategic business objectives such as marketing systemization, customer acquisition and ascension, and optimal customer lifetime value. And irrespective of what anybody tells you, most web designers do not have the direct response marketing expertise, the data analytics expertise, or the endless split test result data that is required to know what really works and what doesn't. At best, they usually opt for whatever they think looks pretty. And I'm afraid to say that having a pretty brochure style website is not going to make you money, which unfortunately, I'm sure many of you have learned the hard way. So how do you really start making money from your direct response microsite? Meet John. John's 42 years old and wants to get in shape as he's a bit overweight and worries more and more about his heart and health in general as he gets older. The only problem is, like most people, John is really busy. He works 10 hours per day, he's got 2 children that he runs around after, and a wife that he likes to try and have dinner with occasionally. He's tried dieting before, he's joined gyms before and wasted membership fees by not going. So this time he decides to look for a personal fitness trainer to help him get in shape. He does a quick Google search and comes across 2 websites for 2 local personal trainers. Site A looks pretty slick. It has a few nice fancy pictures, a good design, and even offers a free newsletter with the latest news, tutorials, and more. And then he compares that site to another site, which we'll call Site B. Site B looks professional enough, but nothing fancy. However, it offers John a totally free report that will show him a scientifically proven special type of high-intensity workout that will get him an hour's workout results in just 16 minutes. The landing page goes on to explain that the report is suitable for people of all ages, young or old, so he knows the information is relevant to him. It also tells him the other benefits and results he can expect to get from the free report, as well as an example of other people that have lost weight using the same shortcut workouts that are offered by personal trainer B. So, do you guys think John would prefer to give up his email address for a free newsletter that he's far too busy to read, or do you think he would rather be shown how he can work out just 16 minutes per day and still get an hour's results, while also learning how to achieve fast weight loss in less workout time? So, which of these 2 personal trainers do you think will get John's email address and his business? The pretty site, Site A, or the site stacked full of the exact benefits and the proven results John is looking for? So, what do you guys think? Which site do you think is going to get better results? We've got Site A on the left, pretty fancy pictures. Site B on the right with call to action results that gives away a free report. Go ahead and put in the chat box what you think is going to win here. Okay, good. All right, good. Excellent. Loads of answers. Yep, you guys guessed it. Site B wins 99% of the time. And this could easily be applied to any type of business, such as a free report for an accountant agency called the top 5 most costly business tax mistakes that your accountant is probably making and how you can avoid them. Anyway, I hope you guys get the picture. After you've provided a free offer in the form of a lead magnet to prospective clients or customers, the next step in your direct response microsite would be to offer them what we call a Tripwire product or service. A Tripwire product or service is not your main product, but an inexpensive low-end product or service that gets your customers into the habit of spending more money with you. It should be offered directly after your lead magnet, and it's important to note here that your Tripwire offer is not meant to be a high profit product. Okay, you want to make it cheap and easy. As a matter of fact, in most cases, it will barely break even. And the goal here is to gain a customer and to put them in buying mode. And when you get someone to get their credit card out and give you money, you've gained more than just a customer. You've gained trust, and that trust will eventually lead to loyalty. So if you guys are running Tripwire products right now and they're not really making much money at all, if even breaking even, don't beat yourself up over it. The point is to just charge enough to get that whole process going, to get them into your sales funnel. So you really do want to make it cheap and easy for them to get their credit card out, but make sure it's something they need. Cheap on its own doesn't mean it's going to sell. The product or service must help them solve their problem or add value to their life. Just remember, the amount of money here is irrelevant because all you care about at this point is that they got their credit card out and spent it on you or your product. What you are looking at here is an example of a Tripwire product that we tested with our sports supplement business. The Tripwire product was a body fat caliper that we sold for $12.99. And we knew we weren't going to get rich from it by any means, and we were lucky if we even broke even from it. But the most important thing to note here is how easily we turned leads into buyers. And once they bought something, or once they've bought something from you, no matter what the price is, you can then go back to them over and over again with bigger and better products because they now trust you and your products and services. So again, we're trying to put our clients into buying mode. Think about the last time that you went to buy something online, but you weren't quite ready to pull the trigger. You read the reviews, checked out the product description for the millionth time, battled with yourself as to whether or not you really needed it. But when you finally did make that purchase, the stress completely went away. And then on the next page, the store offered you an accessory to the product, and you decided, hey, what the hell, why not? I've already got my credit card out. Okay. Do you remember how easy it was for you to take that next product? That's because you were in buying mode. And that's the same mind frame we need to get your clients and customers in. So if the Tripwire product is nothing more than a client converter and isn't really going to earn you the big bucks, how and when can you expect to see a return on your Tripwire investment? Well, this is where the core offer comes into play. And this is where the real profit magic happens. So what is a core offer? Well, your core offer is your bread and butter. It's a product or service that earns you decent revenue and a consistent paycheck and should be presented immediately after your Tripwire product. So remember, your clients are in buying mode now. So this is as good of a chance than ever to get them to keep buying. Now think about what's going on here. Up to this point, your customer has received a high quality value ad-free gift, the lead magnet, a low price point product that again added more value than what it was worth, the Tripwire, and has now finally started buying your bread and butter products, the core offer. Not only are they happy to give you their money, but they are happy with you and your products and look forward to coming back for more because of all that value, all the valuable things that you've been giving them throughout the relationship. Your core offer can be a product or service. The system works for both. It doesn't matter what you're selling, whether it's a tangible product, whether it's a service, online, offline. This system works for all of these types of things. So let me give you an example of a core offer. As a matter of fact, my core offer example has to do with a fitness trainer named Brad, one of our clients, who was trying to sell one-on-one fitness training sessions immediately after his clients purchased the body fat caliper product, Tripwire product that I just mentioned a minute ago. But instead of selling fitness sessions to just anyone, we repositioned Brad's core offer as a specialist, high-intensity 30-minute workout for busy, affluent professionals. So there it is again, you guys, that tactical niche placement strategy that once we put into place, we're able to reposition Brad as a fitness trainer who focused on specialist, high-intensity 30-minute workouts. That sounds so much more exciting than your traditional, boring one-hour session, doesn't it? And because he was targeting affluent professionals who weren't able to spend 60 minutes in the gym every day, he decided to offer high-intense workouts that gave his clients 3 times the results in half the time. And because it was a specialist workout, he was able to charge a premium price for it, which his affluent and extremely busy professionals were more than happy to pay. This not only allowed Brad to charge more, but he worked less hours because his sessions were now only 30 minutes rather than 60. And again, we were positioning this as a high-intensity session, so it just made sense that you'd be able to get this done in 30 minutes and not 60. So by repositioning Brad's offer, we were able to help him go from 8 60-minute sessions per day, killing himself, by the way. I mean, can you imagine doing 8 60-minute sessions every single day? That's hard work, which he earned about $400 per day from, to 8 30-minute sessions per day, bringing his total hours worked per day down to 4. So much more manageable schedule. He was working more efficiently, and he was getting paid the same amount of money for half the work. Okay, how many people do you guys know have actually pulled off working less hours for the same pay? And again, this goes back to step 1, tactical niche placement. And now you've seen another example of how we've directly applied this to our microsite. He provided a very specific workout to a targeted audience that needed a shorter workout with the same, if not better, results, and they were happy to pay a premium for the convenience and added value. So Brad was able to focus on delivering better results to his clients, which is all anyone cared about. His 30-minute high-intensity interval training actually got 3 times the results compared to a traditional 60-minute program, and he was able to work less because of this strategy. So the first thing we did for Brad was cut his work week in half while generating the same income. And of course, it didn't happen overnight, and it certainly didn't happen just because we thought, hey, let's start charging more. It happened because we focused on a product that could deliver better results than the same old traditional workout routine. And he was able to charge a premium for it by repackaging his class and marketing it online as the best intense training program out there for busy corporate executives. So by this point, Brad was earning nearly $9,000 per month, working 4 hours per day, and he had his weekends off. So not a bad start. But Brad did not just settle for $9,000 per month. And what I'm about to show you next is what 90% of businesses fail at. Okay, this is called the upsell offer. Okay, we call this part of the funnel the upsell offer. And if you ever want to start earning the big bucks, you must have an upsell funnel included in your direct response microsite. I'm talking the difference between doubling, even tripling the amount of business you do every single month. Without an upsell funnel in place, it's going to be very hard to hit that life-changing income mark that we keep talking about. And this is what nearly every internet marketer fails to tell you, because I promise you this is where the real magic happens, guys. So consider this a massive bonus for you today. You can thank me for this later. I wish somebody told me how important upsell offers were when I started out in the internet marketing business years ago, because I would have profited way quicker and made so much more money that much earlier on. So let me show you how this works. All right, the upsell funnel is the next stage in the microsite funnel. And it comes just after your core product offering. But in order for this to convert really well, your first upsell offer needs to be congruent to the previous core offer. It has to make sense. It has to be logical. And you also want to make sure that whatever it is that you are selling to them next, that it helps speeds up or further improves the results to the problem they are trying to solve. Don't just start offering random products or services that offer nothing to do with the previous core offer purchase, because the customer is just not going to be interested in it. Remember, we're trying to help the client add more value or speed up the results. I'll give you an example of what our personal trainer Brad did to make more money for himself, but also provide even better and faster results for his clients. As we just saw, our client just offered a core offer service to affluent individuals who are happy to pay a premium for his one-on-one personal fitness workout sessions because of the amazing results he was getting for his clients. But he knew that in order to double his business or even triple it and make the money he needed to live that awesome dream come true lifestyle, that he had to sell additional services, and they needed to be more expensive. And remember, upselling should increase profits, not workload. So after quite a few brainstorming sessions, we decided to offer a group boot camp training session to his clients. Hence the reason you see these military-like guys here sitting in front of a classroom. This is boot camp sessions. We created a monthly package for $1,000 per month, which gave his clients unlimited access to his group boot camp training program. So now, in addition to one-on-one fitness training, the client could also attend as many group sessions as they could handle. We added a serious value to the client by allowing them to attend unlimited classes for the month, which worked out to be even cheaper than a one-on-one basis. But because it was a group session, we were able to train 10 to 20 times more clients each month at the same time. So on average, we enrolled 15 new people per month into the fitness bootcamp session, which generated about $15,000 per month in revenue. And that was just month one. The second month, we had the same 15 people in the class plus an additional 15 people. So in month two, we were generating about $30,000. And again, in month three, we were generating $45,000. Clients typically dropped out after month three, so we projected a consistent $45,000 per month from this one upsell alone. And it all started with driving traffic to a lead magnet on our microsite. So if you guys have a service that you can maybe group people together in and offer your product or service to the masses rather than a one-on-one basis, this would be perfect for you. And at the end, I'll explain how we might be able to help you a little bit more with how we can package these types of offers for you and your business. So stick around again, and I'll share my insight on how to do that with you. So we then added a second upsell offer on top of the group fitness bootcamp sessions, which offered supplements and vitamins. We thought it'd be insane if we didn't offer this to our clients, as they were already working with us on getting in better shape. So why wouldn't they trust our opinion on what supplements to buy? We worked with a couple manufacturers on putting together a range of weight loss and muscle gainer supplements and offered it to our clients when they signed up for our fitness programs. So you can see how all these products kind of lead one into the other. You know, at first it was a body fat caliper, then it was a training session, and then it was like, hey, instead of just paying one-on-one trading sessions, why don't you join my group bootcamp, which you can get even better results for? And then after that, it's like, hey, why don't you also speed up your results even further by compounding your results with supplements? So again, it has to be logical and it has to be congruent, and it will all come together and you'll make 5, 6, 7 times more money. I mean, this is really how you take, an annual income and turn it into a monthly income. But what happens when you decide to take a day off or go on holiday, which is the whole point of running an automated business, right? Running an automated business is about being able to get more free time or take more free time while still earning a great income. Well, this is where subscription and rebills, auto rebills come into play. And no matter what product or service you sell, you can always put together a subscription service. Okay, I don't care what you do, what your business does. You can come up with products. You can, financial services, for example. If you're a financial advisor and your products are life insurance or managing portfolios, you can still come up with your own type of newsletter subscription and give conceptual advice on the business that you're running, and you can charge a monthly premium for it. So that would be a subscription service. In our previous upsell example, I just mentioned we were selling supplements to our clients, but instead of selling a 1-month supply, we set up an ongoing payment plan that automatically rebuild them every month, so our customers didn't have to worry about reordering themselves. This way we were guaranteed revenue every month without lifting a finger. It was 100% automatic and ran in the background, so we didn't have to worry about taking orders or sending out products. But what if you have a service to offer versus a tangible product? Well, paid membership sites, like I just mentioned in my earlier example with the financial advisor, paid membership sites are a great way to increase monthly revenue. And if you have a valuable service to offer, we can show you how to package it online and sell a subscription to it. We've done this for several businesses in the past, whether it be in the finance industry, financial services, home and garden, it doesn't matter. People will pay for premium content that adds value and helps them solve the problem. And membership sites are great because you do the work once, whether it's one paying customer or 1,000. It's a very easy way to increase revenue and double your existing business. You can also sell products or services from other businesses by working out a referral arrangement. This is what we refer to as cross-selling. And when you have an automated business in place, sending emails and promotional offers to your client list on autopilot, you set up the sequence in advance and just let it run in the background. And cross-sell products don't even have to be from the same industry, but make sure they complement your product or service. If you're selling property, you might cross-sell mortgages. If you're selling supplements, you might cross-sell gym equipment. Referral programs and affiliate commissions are not a new concept, but when you build it into your automated email distribution sequence or add it to your direct response microsite, you will be generating paychecks in the background without lifting a finger or even opening your mouth for that matter. So think about what you do as a professional and think about how you might be able to charge a subscription-based service. So, the beauty of it is that you can make a product up. And just make sure it's got great content, make sure it's got something very valuable to offer, and charge a monthly subscription. Okay, guys, we've covered a ton of information so far, and up to this point, it's all been really positive. I've shown you examples of case studies where we've helped several entrepreneurs either turn their business around or take their business to the next level. And although we've had a great time doing this for our clients, it wasn't exactly a walk in the park. And what I mean by this is that no matter how good our online sales funnels are or how optimized and perfect our microsites are, we still always have an extremely high percentage of first-time visitors turn down our offers. As a matter of fact, on average, only 2% of all visitors who actually see an offer end up purchasing something. Now, I know you're probably thinking, my God, 2%? That's crazy. After all this hard work, only 2% of visitors to our sites are going to actually make a purchase. Now, believe it or not, that's very normal. And regardless of what products and services you sell online, you'll only really ever convert about 2%. So what about the other 98% of people who sign up to your email list but don't end up buying something or saying yes to you right away? Well, this is where step 5 comes in, and it has to do with delivering constant communication to subscribers of your website via a dynamic distribution email sequence. And this automated sequence recaptures and re-engages all of those subscribers who say, I like what you have to offer, but I'm just not ready to give you any money yet. But that's okay because you have their name and email by this point. So we're now going to use this distribution sequence to nurture all of these high quality leads and get to know them better until eventually they do end up buying something. So this is how we drastically increase that 2% conversion rate to 20, even 30% throughout the lifetime of the client. The focus and primary goal of building out a dynamic distribution email follow-up sequence is to get back inside the minds and wallets of your prospects and customers while improving the customer experience by further building on your relationship that you now have with them. And we're going to do this by building out a dynamic distribution email sequence to funnel all of these great high-quality leads that originally turned down your offer through to a transactional conversion stage. When designed and implemented properly, an omnichannel lifecycle marketing strategy will do exactly that. And interestingly, as well as providing the superior experience for customers, when combined with marketing automation technology, lifecycle marketing can also automate a business's entire lead generation, lead nurturing, and customer sales cycle progression processes. So you as the business owner will have more time to enjoy life while also dramatically improving your revenue and profits. And the best part about this distribution platform is that once you set it up and it delivers automatic direct response driven email campaigns to your subscribers specifically to where they are in your sales funnel at any given time. It's like having a virtual marketing assistant that works 24/7, 365 days a year, that has a 100% success rate at following up with all of your prospects and doesn't take a single day off throughout the entire year. Oh, and it'll never ask you for a raise, which we all hate as business owners, right? We hate dealing with employees asking for raises. So it's 100% automated and it runs entirely on its own in the background. And what you're looking at here is an example of a dynamic distribution email sequence that we automated for a client that moves leads and prospects through to clients and customers via email communication pieces that we set up and run in the background, as well as continuously sell them additional products and services based on what they previously purchased, as well as what they might be interested in next. So it's a brilliant piece of technology that we've incorporated into our business. And it is an absolute essential component to making your microsites work or to making this whole automated prospecting system work for you. So it's a great piece of technology that we've incorporated into our business, as well as hundreds of our other clients' businesses. And when you can fully automate the communication aspect of your business, you will then truly be free from being buried and chasing clients down, begging them to do business with you. So as clients say yes, no, maybe, they are being automatically funneled through the different stages of the cycle or of the sales cycle until finally they buy one of your offers, or until they say, please call me, I'm ready to buy. And I'm not talking about just, people who are just interested, but ready to buy prospects. It's an amazing feeling because by this point, it doesn't even feel like work anymore. So I want to ask you guys a question. Would your business be better off if you implemented everything we discussed here today? How much more money do you think you can make every month if you had all the components in place, capturing leads and then moving them through your optimal lifetime value sales funnel? And can you see how implementing a tactical niche placement strategy and then offering visitors to your site a high value add lead magnet could eliminate cold calling or relying on referral business for leads again? All right, guys, remember that state of the end bonus I told you about in the beginning of today's presentation? Well, we're going to come on to that in just about 5 minutes. But first, I want to let you in on a couple secrets. The first secret has to do with a myth that most business owners believe that it takes years of brand building and proven track record for their clients and customers to start taking them seriously. The truth of the matter is that when you position yourself as an authority figure and brand yourself as the go-to expert in your marketplace, you will eliminate your competition, leaving you to be your client's first choice. The key here is to brand around you instead of your products and services. Once the market falls in love with you and trusts and respects your advice or recommendations, then they won't question the products and services you are selling. I'll give you an example of how you can skyrocket to superstar status overnight. The tactical niche placement strategies that we implement for our clients, it gets them featured on high-profile media outlets like Bloomberg, CNBC, Fox, NBC, ABC, and about 400 more. And we get them featured in a matter of weeks, not years. How easy do you think it would be to win more business if you were featured on Bloomberg? How many more deals do you think you could close? Do you think you would have an authority figure issue if you showed your clients and customers that you've been featured on all of these high-profile websites? And more importantly, do you think they would care how long you've been in business when they see you on MSNBC? And if I had a dollar for every time someone told me I don't think internet marketing will work for my business, I'd be a very rich man. Let's talk about why this is the most absurd thing I've ever heard, and then discuss why it absolutely will work for your business, even if you sell ice to Eskimos. First of all, it doesn't matter what you are selling. There is a pain point for everything, and it all starts here with the pain point, with solving your customer's problem. In the fitness industry, it's being insecure with the way you look and feel. In the financial services industry, it's the financial insecurity and the massive stress that comes with not having money. In the education industry, it's the fear of never getting a job if you don't go to college, or at least that's what they want us to believe. The point is that if your product has a problem to solve, then internet marketing will work for your business, because all internet marketing really is an automation of your sale from A to Z. And this is what most people don't understand. They think internet marketing is running an ad on Facebook or writing an article on LinkedIn. Yes, these things contribute to the overall picture, but on their own, they won't make a single bit of difference. You need the complete package. And fortunately for you, you now have access to that system. Another common misunderstanding when it comes to making this work for my client's business is that they think it's going to cost them a fortune in advertising in order to generate leads online. And although it could, if you don't know what you're doing, the smart ones are spending very little money on advertising, if any at all. As a matter of fact, our clients aren't spending a single penny on advertising. All right, guys, it's been quite a long session, and I'm going to wrap it up now. But before we go, I promised you today a stay to the end bonus. And because you stuck with me throughout the entire duration, I want to do something very special for you, something way better than a Q&A session and something better than a link to a tutorial that you may or may not understand or be able to piece together on your own. I'm sure by now you have a million questions about whether the automated prospecting system can really work for your specific business. And because I really want to help you apply this model to your business, I'm going to offer you a free one-on-one strategy session with me personally to go through your personal situation. And what this free strategy session is going to do for you is help lay out a clear, personalized plan on how to implement what you learned here today into your own business as fast as possible. These bonus strategy sessions are normally valued at about $500, and they will be booked on a first-come, first-served basis. And because I'm offering them for free, guys, I really do have to limit these sessions to the first 10 people that sign up. I really would love to be able to offer hundreds of these private sessions, but unfortunately, there are only so many hours in the day, and it's just impossible for me to really do any more than 10 of these. So if you want a one-on-one session with me and my team to go through how we can apply each of these components to your business specifically, then click the link now and you'll be able to book your session in with me directly. And during our call together, we'll discuss exactly how to implement the automated prospecting system into your business and how we can help you get up and running if at the end of the strategy session you decide you would literally want us to build this out for you. So during our call, we'll discuss how to put together a tactical niche placement strategy and get you featured on Bloomberg, Fox, NBC, and hundreds of other high-profile media sites. We'll show you how to design and implement an optimal lifetime value sales funnel exclusive to your business, how to design and develop both a lead attraction strategy as well as a direct response microsite so we can capture, nurture, and convert all of these high-quality leads into piping hot prospects and buyers. Before moving on to building out a dynamic distribution email sequence in order to maximize the lifetime value of each customer through continuous optimized marketing. And once all of that is in place, we'll then discuss how to start generating leads without paying for a single penny in advertising. I know it sounds too good to be true, but once we finish our strategy call, you'll have a very clear and better understanding of how this whole thing works, and you'll know more than 95% of business owners out there know. So once you have mastered and implemented each of these steps into your business, you would have done exactly what my team and I have done several times to create multi-million-dollar businesses. And guys, it doesn't matter where you're located. My team has clients all over the world, and we work with businesses globally. So just go ahead and book whatever time suits you best, and we'll give you a call, and we'll discuss making the automated prospecting system work for you in your business. So I'd love to get to know each of you personally. It would be great to jump on a call and just have a good, fun 30-minute strategy session with each other. I promise it'll be the best 30 minutes you probably ever spent on your business. So go ahead and click the link, book your strategy call now, and I really can't wait to speak with you soon. All right, guys, that's it for today, and thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to getting to know each of you personally in the very near future. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.